The first one we're going to talk about is the survival self. That's what Lee and I call it because it always seems to be in survival mode. But we also call that the conscious self, the self-conscious. And with the conscious self, it starts the process of ideas. It's the one that thinks and goes, I have an idea. Now, we'll talk about what happens next with that in a moment. But it also is the survival self. This is the one that tells you when you're walking on the edge of a cliff and it says, stop, don't do that. And it comes in handy and it tells you when danger is near. But it also tells you when danger is near when there is no danger. It's just a fear block that's causing it instead.
It's creating its own importance.
Exactly. So when when you're walking down the street and you feel somebody walking behind you and you don't know who they are, your survival self says, there is a mugger behind you, watch it. And then you turn around and it's a little kid with a lollipop. Now, you can look at that and go, well, hey, it was just protecting me. There are times where that survival self, which I would also consider the inner critic, as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
That tells you things that aren't true. That tells you things that you're afraid of. And it's really important to realize that, okay? And we'll talk more about it in the other classes about how to calm that down.
And how to negate fear.
Yeah, but we at least need to know these three first. So then we have the survival self, which is the self-conscious. Then we have what we call the subliminal self. And that is the subconscious. The subconscious is the worker. It is the one that is automatic. It is the one that is continually making your heart beat, making your body work the way it works. But what it also does is it takes everything that you say as word. Everything. So if you say, oh, I look fat today, and then you say it again tomorrow, I really look fat today, and you get that repetition going, it takes over. The subliminal self will automatically start saying that over and over again, and guess what?
You'll gain a pound or two.
Yeah. So if not in body and mind, that's what happens.
The mirror looks wider.
So whatever you tell it over and over again, it has an automatic response. So what happens is when the conscious self starts the process of an idea, then the subliminal self, the subconscious self, takes that idea and proceeds to make it happen as often as you focus on it. Now, this is the part of you. This is the part of the universe. But the true universe is the third self, and that is the spirit self. That is the perfect self. That is the self that knows everything. You know everything right now. The only thing is that we have so much interference in this world that we can't hear it all the time. And that can be an issue. So obviously we're going to talk about that through the lessons as
Absolutely.
well. But really that's what I consider the universe, the all, whatever you want to believe is the supreme being, the God. That's what the spirit self is connected to at all times. You're never alone.
So as we're going to learn in future lessons, the spirit self really is going to be the key to how you use the law of attraction.
Yes.
It's going to be what you call on in yourself to be able to make the law of attraction work for you.
And the subconscious, the subliminal self, is going to be the one, if you just can remember in your head, it's the one that repeats over and over and over again. Whatever you are repeating over and over, whether it's lack or whether it's abundance, that's the one that is making the connections
with the universe.
And the people and the situations to come to you.
That's like the operator board that gets you to the universe. And so what you need to do is to be able to use that spirit self to train it on the positive thoughts and vibrations.
It just goes down the line. But again, we're going to talk about that more later, but we wanted to give you a general scope of the three selves.
And then the next thing that is very important, if not one of the most important, ranking right up there with the spirit self, is in order for the law of attraction to work and in order for you to have the happy life that you are seeking, you must know your purpose. If you do not know your purpose, then whatever toys you manage to get out of the universe, the money, the whatever, the house, it's not going to mean anything.
It's not going to make you happy.
It will not.
You know, everybody says that, oh, money's going to make me so happy. But the thing is we're always creating. We are always creating. We never stop creating.
Look, Donald Trump doesn't stop making buildings, does he?
Exactly.
He doesn't stop his books. He doesn't stop his TV shows because he's done all that.
It's his purpose. It's
his
love.
purpose is
it's
to
his
create.
passion.
Mm-hmm.
It's his passion. So we have to make sure, which we, you know, in your written class today, you will see that we are asking you to find your purpose. Now, if you're not able to find your purpose immediately, that's totally okay.
And don't feel bad. But
as long as you go through the steps on how to get there.
And then you will. It'll just hit you like a ton of bricks, and it'll be one of the most wonderful days of your life when you really know what your purpose is.
And your purpose, to begin, how you find that purpose is, and I know some of you probably already know this because, boy, this is one of our mantras. Wake up in the morning and you have everything you want.
Imagine you've got the 5 cars in the garage, the big house, the vacations every other month. Your children are healthy and happy. You've got a wonderful spouse. All these things, just everything you want. You've got all that. It's in the bag. Okay.
And you wake up. What do you do with your day? What is it you do? And again, after all your vacations, after you've just totally blown tons of cash and done whatever you want to do with it, what are you going to wake up and do in the morning after you have all this? What makes you excited that you could work 24 hours a day at
without pay and be happy? What would that be? And when you found that, you found your purpose.
Yes, and of course you will have pay, but the point is you've already got all the money, you've got everything. You've got the relationship, you've got the health, you've got everything. What is your purpose? That's when everything comes to you. You have to be happy first before that comes to you, because
Absolutely.
The universe brings that to you because of what you are thinking and feeling. So anyway, we're going to talk about your assignment. And so you've got your paperwork here, and we've given you some questions that we would like you to answer in as much detail as you want. They are confidential. We will not give this to anybody. Lee and I are the only 2 eyes that see this, but we want to see where you are and what is making you tick. What we're going to be doing is we're going to try to find the different things that might be stopping you, or that we have something that might make it a little easier for you. And so we have a whole list. When I was a child, I loved to...
And then go to town. Class, if you will just fill that out in as much detail as you feel comfortable with. But, don't think, oh, gosh, I better not keep writing. They're going to be bored by me. No, not at all.
No, not at all, because the more that you write, the more we learn about you and can help you with what it is that you're needing, whether, again, you just need some encouragement, or if you actually need methods, which we are going to teach you. And every assignment, every assessment test is all due the following Monday. So today, you'll have an assignment today. You'll have one tomorrow. And on Friday.
Yeah.
And then on Fridays is when the assessments are, the assessment tests, to make sure
we'll
know
give
what we're
you one of
talking
those
about.
At the end of the...
All of that is due the following Monday, because that way it gives you the weekend just in case you don't have the time. And then on Wednesday, when we start the next
round of classes,
we will send back our comments and through email, of course. So make sure your email address is the one that you wanted us to send to you.
Yeah, an email address that you're comfortable with, that somebody's not going to open up, that may have it, so.
Yeah, and also it all goes to bootcamp@bethandleemccain.com. Okay? Bootcamp, one word, all lower cap, or all
lowercase.
At bethandleemccain.com. All right, everybody? Okay.
Well, get to it then. Get to those lessons, and then
you can send them in sooner. I don't want you to...
absolutely. Yeah, you don't have to wait.
You don't have to wait till
Monday.
When
you finish them, you send them in. But that's when they're all due by, because we have actually made Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday our days to deal with all the classwork that you're going to be sending in. But you can help us even if you send them in a little earlier.
And also make sure in the top left-hand corner, write your name and the lesson number and your email address. And it can be in PDF form or Microsoft, or even in the email in itself.
Even in the email
That's
body. Okay?
Okay.
All right, class. Well, it's been fun, and we will see you tomorrow. And until then.
All right, bye.
Bye.